All right, everybody. Hey, welcome back to the VAU Mic Check. And we're going to be working on promo spots today because, well, as everyone in the voice acting world knows, that sometimes you can get into a pattern. You can get into this place where you kind of get stuck on one note. And what we're going to try to do today is adjust that and learn how to adjust that better to where it doesn't come out mechanical or announcery because, well, in this day and age, we want to connect better with the audience because that's the big thing is connecting. And even though you're doing a promo spot, there still doesn't need to be that thing where you sound like you're doing IVR or a mechanical answering machine. So with that said, who is our first volunteer? Ooh, everyone's very quiet.
I'll take this one just because it seems like it's probably as close to in my wheelhouse as anything we do. So
yes, Mr. Shane probably has a leg up because he does this every day. Probably.
Well, and I've probably over the course of my career heard about 10,000 of these type of network promo type.
That's the thing with you and me both. We hear these all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, if you're ready.
All right.
Go.
In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern.
Uh-oh, I think you cut off the end there, Nathan.
Yeah.
Cut off.
That's the last thing I'm seeing.
Okay, yeah, right at the end there is on A&E.
We'll paste that back in so we can throw that in there. There you go.
No? All right. I'll take it from the top.
I got it on mine. I don't know why you didn't get it.
That's weird.
Yeah, mine says A&E. Whatever.
In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
Well, I hope they chose somebody good and produce it well, because it's almost been a decade since the last one, apparently.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's been years since that show's been on.
They had 9 years to find the right person and put it together just right. 9 years in the making.
We've been doing so many reality shows, we forgot about this thing for a while.
Whoops. Well, and Peter Graves died too. Didn't he host that for years?
I think he did.
Yeah.
Now, on that, I kind of caught something, and it was ever so slight, but it was kind of it was noticeable to me. It kind of sounded like for 1995, press 1 kind of had that feel to it. Did anybody else catch that?
Yeah,
that
directory feel. Mm-hmm.
I mean, on the last line, it's like you just kind of loosened up, relaxed, and just flowed with it.
Yeah, and that's the thing with lists is it's so easy to fall into that pattern with them. It's so easy.
I knew this would be a good one.
I'm struggling to figure out how I would do it. Which
I guess the first buzzword that came into my head was suspense. Was Bill going back and recapping who got it and then building suspense on who will get it.
Yeah, and I could personally see where you're coming from on that, but I'm wondering if that is the right way to approach it. Because I mean, you could go full on suspense. In 1995, it was O.J.
Yeah,
Simpson.
do the movie trailer.
In 1996, Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would
But
take
then that almost sounds like it makes it sound like a true crime type
I
show.
know.
It's really,
I
yeah.
know.
it's that O.J. Simpson thing at the top.
In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson.
Now, you
Well, Fitz,
can
well
also
equipped.
approach it conversationally, too. Like, in 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. 1996, Bill Gates. 1997, Princess Diana, something like that.
Try that.
You could do that. I don't know, though. Well, all right. Yeah, go ahead. Give it a try.
All right. Yeah, let me try it kind of conversational and then kind of switch into the suspense mode there at the end. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
It felt just a little awkward on that on the next to the last line. Because
It's kind of a transition you got to make there. And
yeah.
Something tells me, though, that
energy, and then you punched it out on your energy again.
something tells me, though, on this that that full conversational might not be the best interpretation of it. It's definitely got to be. It's definitely got to be a little bit more on the suspense side, on the build-up side, but like not quite so heavily as it was before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked your promo voice a little better for this, but maybe just not as extreme.
Extreme promo voice.
Yeah. All right, let me go again. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
I think you got it.
Yeah,
I
think
like
it was
that.
a pretty good mix right there. Yeah, like right at that sweet spot.
Yeah,
And
he got out of the mechanical tone and made it more conversational, yet kept it in that place where something like biography would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you slowed down a little bit and you took it more like line by line instead of just
Well, I went the
here's
best
the
time
line, here's the line.
varying the pausing after in 1995 and then maybe not after 96 and varying that up a little bit too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, that was my
good.
thoughts as well. Kind of breaking it up into pairs.
Yeah.
And you also put just enough questioning, raised your voice in 2017, and then, the rest of the line, not so much with that questioning voice because you hit that in the first couple of words of the phrase there. So, it was a very good take.
Although I will say that this is definitely a very strange promo script. Just because, I mean, look at the
Jumping ahead almost 20 years.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It was already kind of like that to start with because they had started. I had adjusted it up to 2017, but before it was in 2013, and so it's like that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I love how it's like, annually since 1995 all the way up to 1998, and now we're almost 20 years later, and almost 2 decades later. Who will it be?
An admission from A&E that we've been doing so many reality series, you forgot about biography.
Maybe there was just
Thank
nobody
you, A&E.
interesting at all as a subject of a biography between 98 and 13.
You know what? I think that's definitely the case.
Yeah.
In 2017, who will it be? We don't know. Wait till next year.
Welcome, welcome, Ian. Pasted the script in for you.
Script incoming. Prepare for promo work. Alrighty then. Well, no, Shane, that was the sweet spot right there.
Yeah. And now we're going to give this to Michael next.
Got it. So this is a military volunteer, huh? Volunteer.
Boy, you have been conscripted. You are going to read this promo like a pro.
All right, well, let's give it a go then, shall we? In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 31st at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E. Oh, the infamous silence.
Yes.
I really need to get a crickets track.
Got one handy. You know that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, you do. Well, that would have been the perfect time for it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the workout with Foley.
I was getting a little old, though.
One of these days, we'll have D. Bradley Baker on. That'll be awesome.
Oh, man.
D, you are invited to the mic check. Yes. If you're hearing this, come on, join us. It's going to be a blast.
Yes, please. I have some questions for you. Well, how was it? What did you guys think?
I sensed it may have been me. I got a little more movie trailer than promo there, but that may have just been me.
Okay. A little more
It's
movie
almost
trailer than promo.
written as a movie trailer, though. I mean, it's the first impression I got. It could have been Don LaFontaine reading this thing, you know?
Who knows? They might have had him in mind if he hadn't passed away by this point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, you know what? It did. It did have that little lilt of movie trailer.
Okay, got it. More promo, less trailer. Even though those very much so overlap. But no, I think I see what you mean. Did anybody else get the same impression that it was like more movie trailer than...
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, the last two lines I needed a little more promo action.
Although I don't know if that's such a bad thing, though. The movie trailer on the promo.
No, I didn't think it was so much that. It's movie trailer seems to ramp up suspense and which is not bad in this particular
Right, in this script, you are racking up some suspense, I would say.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to crystallize here and can't. I think I guess maybe it was a little more of a somebody mentioned LaFontaine. It was maybe a little more LaFontaine and than Joe Cipriano, who that's to me my go-to for network promo type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'll see if I can pull away from the movie trailer a little bit more. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific. Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
I thought that was much better.
That was much, much better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You hit that middle of the road between promo and movie trailer and lean more back into promo.
Yeah, that was a very nice little sweet spot there.
You tapped into your inner Joe Cipriano.
Wow, I don't think I don't know if I could think of any examples of Joe's work off the top of my head.
You watch anything on CBS?
Big Bang Theory on
the
Big Bang Theory.
This might surprise you guys, but I don't have TV.
Oh,
that makes it a little hard.
Yeah, that would throw a monkey into the operation. Yes.
Yes.
He's got. I don't know where you'd find it. I think it was on. I don't know how many people here are familiar with Chuck Durand, but
oh yeah.
Okay. That's why I figured you were. But that does the VO Buzz Weekly. But I think it was on his own Facebook page. He actually just recently did a commercial demo for Joe Cipriano because he said himself, he said, I'm known as the promo guy and the trailer guy, but, if that stuff ever went away, I need a plan B. So he did, and you actually got about a 10-minute reel of Chuck putting together Joe's commercial reel. So
that's on the VOBS website, or not VOBS.
The VO Buzz?
Yeah, VO Buzz Weekly.
Okay, maybe that's where I saw it. Yeah.
He may have it on his as well. I don't know, but I know it's on the Buzz Weekly one.
Now, they did at one time when he was at one of the conferences, they actually recorded
a live one, yeah.
A live spot. Actually did that more than once on
actually, they did that on VOBF when it was EWABS.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it was EWABS, they did that.
Yeah. They had him go, he was at the conference, went into the whisper room, and they had, a 2 mic set up so they could record him actually being directed and doing the spot. And, I mean, it was just really awesome to watch and learn from.
There's 2 places you can go to find them. I'm sure they're both on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Well, anything's on YouTube nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
He does a lot of stuff for Fox. He used to do it for CBS. I'm looking at his website now.
He still does CBS. He does the sitcoms on CBS.
Oh, yeah. Mike and Molly, 2.5 Men, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to double check his work then.
Yeah.
I think the syndication, the syndication rerun promos for Big Bang too, I think.
Yeah, he's a really good reference when you're doing promo work.
Okay. Well, there we go. We're trying to tap into our own individual Joe Ciprianos.
Exactly. In my case, I did one. I've done 2 explainer style videos. One's labeled a promo, and it was kind of one of them was an FCC spot, and I had to bring it out of announcer as much as possible and try to make it a little bit more friendly sounding.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's the official, you can find our public file on view,
Yeah.
It was one of those things where it's like, so I just kind of lightened up and kind of used more of my natural this tone.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't go too far into it, because if I go too far into it, I sound like a 10-year-old kid. That would be great. You can find our FCC public file. It's like, what is this, Cartoon Network?
Well, the thing is actually voice tone and voice pitch itself actually makes a huge difference, because it can be the difference between sounding announcery and sounding relaxed and, normal. For instance, in 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. That's more of what I did before. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. But then you drop it, and then it takes on a whole different read. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. You see, it's technically the same pace and everything like that. It's the same sort of read, but the pitch of your voice does also make a big difference.
It alters completely the way it's heard.
You're also speaking from your diaphragm the second time. You can clearly hear it.
Yeah, definitely. That was a lot lower than where I generally speak. This is about middle of the road on a good day for me when it comes to voice, but then it can, you can always drop it, you can always raise it, depends on the kind of thing you're trying to hit. So if you can't if it seems like you can't exactly hit what you're trying to go for, try changing the pitch of your voice a little bit, because that might help you home in a little bit more on the kind of feel you're going for.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, anyway, why don't we go ahead and move it on?
Moving right along. Well, let's see. I think Alyssa wants to take this.
Sure.
I saw her notification light up over here, so I thought she was leaning into her mic to say, I'll take it.
Well, once again, you have been volunteered.
Okie dokie. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
All right. What did you all think of that?
Anyone? Bueller?
Pure silence. So you started out sounding... It started out sounding pretty serious.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, maybe a little more smile in your voice.
Yeah,
I was seeing a little more drama.
Yeah, because I was hearing investigation discovery.
Yeah, that's definitely what I was hearing too. You have this like bright and naturally happy voice, which I personally love. I think it's great. And I really would. I think it could really fit in with something like this, because generally the feel of the whole biography series is supposed to be sort of both interesting and uplifting.
Okay.
At least, correct me if I'm wrong on that. Maybe they're just trying to dig up all the trash they can on these people, but that's just always what it seemed to me, is that, it's trying to be both interesting and uplifting. And I think using that natural sort of brightness in your voice would be a really good thing for this script.
Okay.
Just sort of like, hey, come on this little journey with us. Come take a look at this really interesting person. Something like that. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with the right way to communicate it, but you've got this natural brightness and happiness in your voice that I think would be absolutely perfect for this.
Okay.
So that might be something to go ahead and tap into.
Yeah, let me try the uplifting. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
Ooh, that sign-off gave me chills. That was a good one.
I think she got it.
Yeah. That very end was really good. Although at the beginning, it still felt a little bit, to me at least, it still felt a little stiff.
Okay.
Just a touch. I don't know if anybody else got that. I mean, if nobody else got that, then feel free to disagree with me. But it just felt a little stiff at the beginning.
I think because of the seriousness of everything that surrounded O.J. Simpson, on first glance, your mind immediately goes to, this is one of those kind of spots. This is a serious situation. And, so it automatically takes you in that place.
Yeah,
And
there's so much connotation to that name.
Yeah, and that I can totally understand.
it takes a little bit of mental adjustment.
Yeah, you definitely need to put yourself into the position where O.J. Simpson is just a person. You've never met them before. You don't know anything about their you don't know anything about them. Don't know any, their story or anything. And it's true. I mean, I don't think. I think very, very few of us have ever actually met O.J. Simpson and know what's going on with that whole thing personally. But yeah, with all the drama, you're right. With all the drama that does surround him, I can see why it's going to color the read that way. But you definitely want to try to separate yourself from that as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it was a terrific read.
Yeah, that was excellent.
Well, thank you.
All right, why don't you go ahead and give it one last try?
Okay. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
You're hired.
Yay!
I
Nailed
completely
it.
agree. It might be somebody else named Bill because we've already had two of them on.
Yeah, that nailed it.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Alyssa. You have won the mic check.
Thank you for your instruction. Because I did not immediately think, uplifting, but I see how that worked for that.
A&E will be calling you next week.
Well, the thing is like that seems to be built into your voice, like that sort of that as I said, that brighter, uplifting, sort of happier tone is like built into just the way that you speak. I mean, that's sort of again, this could be up to this could be different for everybody else, and of course you can all jump in with your opinion if you'd like, but that's just what I hear every time that I hear you speak. Every time you jump on the mic check, every time I hear you read, there's always that sort of like natural brightness and happiness that is in your voice that I think you could really use to great effect on something like this, which you did. That was a great read.
Well, thank you.
Well, you're very welcome, but, again, you were the one who did the read, and you did a great job on it. So props to you.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate all your feedback.
You just like being flattered, and that's all. It's okay. Everybody does. Everybody does.
Oh, gosh.
I can hear the blush coming through.
I know.
Well, anyway, before this goes too far, why don't we go ahead and get the next reader on?
Okay. I'm going to volunteer myself, and then we will move on.
All right, and then I'm going to have to jump off after that. Life has a funny way of happening.
I understand.
All right, well, Nathan, without any further ado, you're up.
In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
First part was a little rushed.
Yeah, that was pretty quick.
Let me breathe. Done. Having it in my mouth.
Ian, you're going to have to bump up your gain a bit. You're pretty quiet.
Hold on. There we go. How about now?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
sorry.
Now I can hear both of you.
All right, so it felt like a little bit fast for me. Like
Okay.
I was like, "Oh my god, this sounds really good," but you're not letting me breathe. It was Bill Clinton. Yeah.
My pattern was pulled from listening to 30-second spots at 8 o'clock every morning.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, because there is a particular guy that I hear continually, and occasionally I'll kind of basically read along with him while he's doing the spot,
Oh,
and he'll cap it off with like they'll always have like it's a daily spot that they do, so it's Monday or Tuesday, or if it's like a little more lighthearted, Monday, and it just kind of, but it goes kind of at that pace. So my head's like, squeeze this into 30 seconds or squeeze this into 15. It probably went a lot less time than that. It probably went 10 seconds.
Yeah, you definitely
Yeah.
squeezed 30 seconds of copy into 15 seconds. Like you've got some breathing room here. 30 seconds, though it feels like not a whole lot of time, is actually quite a bit when you're behind the microphone.
yeah.
So you can
you got
allow
time.
yourself to take a little bit extra time, stretch out a bit, do what you need to do to relax. You can breathe. It's okay to do so. Remember, if they need to tighten it up, they can do it in post.
Exactly. Well, like with the kid spot, which I did in here, I did it with 30 seconds in mind, and from end to end, it was just right, and just left that little bit of time for a couple frames at the beginning, a couple frames at the end where the video was, and God, it just turned out beautiful.
Sorry, Alyssa, what were you going to say?
So
I was going to say, for the listener, they need a second to like pull up each person in their mind that you're talking about. Just, give them just a second for each person for them to, think about who that was.
So dial it back, slow it down. Okay.
Yeah.
In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996,
Let me stop you there. You're already going a bit too quick.
okay.
It's already, you're off to the races right now. We don't need to be. Remember, you're guiding us through each of these names. There's definitely a history and a story behind them. Give them a little bit extra time.
Okay. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
You see, that was the right tone right there. That was the right speed. That was
there you go. Yeah.
really
That was
easy.
really good. That was good.
My only, my one nitpicky thing is when you transition from the list into 2017. That's when you need to make the change, in how you approach it. Again, Alyssa did this one very, very well. She started up when that line came up. The pitch changed, the tone changed, the way she pronounced the year changed, because you're going from, this is who we've had on, this is the kind of pedigree that we have, this is the history, and now this is where we are.
And the other thing about that line is that's the one line where you're trying to make the listener want to watch this. It's like the one line where you have to intrigue them enough to hook them into tuning in to that show.
Yeah, and I just pictured them putting up on the screen the faceless shadow with a question mark in the middle of it.
Exactly.
So try to see if you can vary it up right there, right at the beginning of that sentence.
Okay.
And whenever you're ready, go ahead.
In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
All right, what did you all think of that one?
I still think on the in 2017 you went down there, which kind of lost the energy a little bit. So you went like in 2017, who will be? I think it should be like in 2017, who will be? Like add that mystery.
Yeah, make us lean in for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, on the other dates you went down on all of them because that's the list. In 1998 and 1997. But when you hit the new year, the year you want people to pay attention to, change it up. Do the exact opposite. In 2017, go up a little bit. Obviously, that sounded that was a little overdone, and that sounded it started pushing on announcery. Don't do that, but definitely
In 2017, no.
but definitely separate 2017 from the other dates, from the way that you pronounce them, from the way that you inflect on them.
Okay. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
All right. What did you think of that? What did you all think of that one?
Perfect on that on the variations on the at the beginning there. At that transition sentence, who will you pause there after who will be, and I'm not sure that is quite right, at least the way I hear it. But also, I think you should punch that who a little bit. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like we were talking about drawing them in.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Michael has an and.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Go for it. I want to see how this is going to turn out before I bring it up.
In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
Okay, I was a little bit worried about that because when you hit that who, it instantly changed to like a monster truck rally feel or quote unquote pro wrestling feel. Sunday.
Who gets the belt this year? Will it be Bill Clinton or...
Yeah, I think the emphasis actually needs to be on Biography of the Year. Like who is enough to be nominated for Biography of the Year? I mean, this has been almost 20 years in the making.
Biography is actually your program title, so that's actually more of the emphasis goes more in that direction. You're right.
Yeah, I think the emphasis needs to stay on Biography of the Year. Like that's where the gravitas comes from because you're setting up this pedigree with all of these people, Princess Diana, O.J. Simpson, some of these very controversial, very well-known names, and who earns it this year?
Yeah.
Who are we going to put the focus on this year?
And by the time you get to find out December 13th, literally on the screen they have biography, and then the text below is on A&E, and then of course 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern, and so it's how it's tagged at the end. And I can picture all this because, well, years of television experience. So it's like I've got this reference in my head, so that works for me.
Well,
Don't they usually do it the other way around, though? 9 Eastern, 8 Pacific?
It depends. This is the way they wrote the copy, but
No, I realize that's the way they wrote the copy. Yeah, it just seems to me that I always see Eastern done first. Maybe not.
actually,
I mean, not
some
that it
people
matters.
do-
Like you say, that's the way the copy's written. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, they usually do Eastern first, but it all depends on who's writing
yeah.
the copy at the time.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah, I definitely have to get going now. But thank you very much, everybody. It was a lot of fun. Everybody who's read so far has done a great job, and hopefully next week, I'm not going to have to get cut off early. I don't think I will. I'm pretty sure I won't. Wow, that was really weird. I don't think I will. I'm pretty sure I won't. You guys get the idea. But anyway,
I get you.
you've all done good so far, and I'm leaving you in the very capable hands of Nathan Cundiff. Thank you very much.
So long, Michael.
See you all next week.
Bye.
Have a great week, Michael.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good one.
No, that's
Okay.
play. Kidding.
I'm going to throw down on this one more time and work that next to the last line with a little more emphasis on the name of the program, because, and I do realize that that's how it'll be tagged at the end of the spot. A lot of times the voice guy's not going to know that, but kind of it's kind of a natural progression of how a spot works, is that's where they throw the tag in, at least on the graphical side of things. So in 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
Wow. That was cool. I liked it.
Yep, you got it.
You got it. That's the take. You're hired.
Yes. I'm around promo work a lot. So it's kind of one of those things, but like I said, you pick up stuff, and
Good and bad.
it's stuff that I want to put down. I want to adjust and be able to do that. So this, and this is the thing that we're doing for everybody here today, is to be able to adjust that, because one thing, promo work and commercial work are the biggest things that you will do outside of if you become, if you get in full on into animation or, movie trailers and stuff like that. But commercial and promo are really
The
big.
bread and butter.
Yeah, they are the bread
Yeah.
and butter. And the thing is to be ready, to be loose, and to be, able to hit that. And nowadays, because we do stuff from home and we are predominantly self-directing, we have to learn to get rid of certain patterns that we may pick up along the way. Now for me, I work in television, so I hear stuff every single day, and then I come in here and it's like, okay, I have to unlearn a little bit of that. Not everything. I mean, there's things that you can pick up and you can keep and use, but then there's things that you will pick up and it's like, okay, I have to throw this away. I'm going to hold on to that, because that will make the spot right. Because on my first read, I was thinking the guy from the news magazine program, first thing in the morning. And I was kind of tapping a little bit into how he does spots like this. And then I had to kind of pull away from that and it's like, okay, there's a better way of doing this. Not that he's doing it wrong, but it's not right for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it would not book me any work trying to emulate his delivery.
Mm-hmm.
And so there you have it. Nathan has been on his soapbox today. But I'm here to learn you something. So with that said,
I'll take my shot.
Okay.
I'll take my. Yeah.
Okay, well, Jim and then Ian.
All right. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biographer of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
Okay. That one.
I know I changed it to biographer instead of biography. I realize that. That I
one
know.
felt rushed. I would put more emphasis on biography,
Okay.
being that that's the title of the show.
Right.
And then on while you were going through the list, it felt like it kind of crunched together from Bill Gates to Bill Clinton. It was just kind of like,
Okay.
yeah,
It was very fast.
yeah. So what I was doing with mine, and this is kind of will help, is I read O.J. Simpson. In my head, I put 2 beats, and then I went to Bill Gates, 2 beats, Princess Diana, 2 beats, Bill Clinton, and then kind of took it down to 1 beat, and then went to that line, and then emphasized biography.
Also, what I would usually do, and for some reason I didn't do it on this time when I was reading the list, I use my hands, one point and then point with the other one, which slows it down too. And for some reason I didn't do it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I would definitely use your hands.
Yeah.
To emphasize certain things in certain points. So, with that direction.
Okay. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 96, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th, 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
Okay, that was fast still.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beginning part is what you're struggling with, because I thought the last 2 lines were pretty good. It's just that beginning list.
Okay.
Let me breathe.
And I'll take the emphasis off of who
Who?
on the 2017 line.
Okay.
Because
No,
in
I
this
was put-
case, you're pointing at A&E's.
This is on there, but okay.
This is
Yeah.
being that you're promoting the program. The emphasis is more on biography than it is on who.
Mm-hmm. On who, right. Okay.
Yeah. Because the program is the product. So you want to emphasize the product. They want to hear their name.
All right. Slow it down. That's my nemesis all the time.
Slow it down and just kind of in your head count like
Couple of beats, yeah.
a couple of beats between each of those lines, and that'll just dial it back a little bit,
Okay. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
Still a little faster, those first 4 lines.
I think the problem is on those first 4 lines, it is like a list, but it shouldn't sound like a list. I mean, it really sounds like you're just reading off a grocery store list.
Yeah.
That's how it's coming out.
It kind of fell into the, for O.J. Simpson, press 1995.
Put more musicality into it.
Yeah.
Make each one of those sentences its own little island.
There was something I heard Pat Fraley say. I was listening to Pat Fraley this morning while I was doing some out and about stuff, and he said it like this: there's a rhythm to your piece of copy. Okay? It has a particular rhythm to it. And when you find that rhythm, it'll help you to make this thing work. Now, those last 2 lines, you hit it.
Yep.
You emphasize the name of the program. Without being too punchy, you emphasize the name of the program. You pulled back on who. I actually felt that. That was good. And then, on the tag at the end, telling people the time and where to find it, you nailed that. So you just got to work on those first 4 lines to kind of give it a pause between each one. Not too much of a pause, but just long enough pause to make people think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 'cause the same thing I had to do.
Okay. Get one more shot here. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
Yeah, still a little bit too tight.
That was better, though.
Yeah, it was better.
You're on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to take one extra beat between each one of these lines.
Like
Each
as much time as you took between Simpson and in 1996, that was pretty good. It's after Bill Gates when you start speeding up a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask if they were all too close.
Yeah. In this case, you can use the periods to your advantage, but I would turn those periods into an ellipses.
Actually, they're commas. Okay.
Okay. Well, on here.
Well, no, after
Oh, I
each
have
name, there is a period.
Oh, it is a period after each name. Okay.
Yeah, I would actually convert them to an ellipses just to give yourself a little bit more pause.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just to help you to adjust for it.
Okay. We can do that. All right. Give it another shot here. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
Yeah, very good, Jim.
You
That's
found
good.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's sort of just exactly how I had pictured myself reading it, pretty much. You know?
Good.
Sweet. You got it.
That wasn't too awful.
Hey, come on, man. Come on.
No,
don't
no
do that.
self-criticism in here,
No
man.
self-
No, it was good. It was just the pacing and
No, I mean the number of takes and the coaching wasn't too awful. Not the read. I was referring to the read.
We just need to take it a different direction, and then bam,
Yeah.
you got
Yeah.
you got own. It's good.
There's all those little adjustments sometimes, you know.
Mhm.
I mean, I had to come away from doing promos and, you know, little spots here and there to doing animation. And then it's like, it's a completely different animal. You know, my head looks
Right.
at a small piece of copy and says, this needs to be a little bit faster. It's 30 seconds. It's like, no, this is something where you're actually having a full-on conversation with somebody. And then I have to shift gears back into promo, you know. So
Mhm.
it's like learning how to shift gears. And then on this one, it's just a matter of kind of downshifting and just adjusting just a little bit. Oh, you're not racing downhill all at once. But that last one, I would put it on the air.
All right, good. All the tips always help.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
now, Ian. Ian, is your turn.
It's my turn? All right. I'll do my best, though.
Okay, no Pokemon stuff this week.
In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern, only on A&E.
A little rush there at the end.
Yeah, sorry, my phone
You rushed through it. You were in a hurry at the end.
My
Yeah,
phone
and at
went
the be-
black, and I was trying to figure out what was going on because I had no lines. So I was like, quickly, Ian, guess something. Only on A&E.
Now, the thing of it is, though, is it went all investigation discovery.
For me,
At the
A&E
beginning.
is drama, like crime
Yeah.
drama. In 1995, that was O.J. Simpson's murder.
Yeah.
In 1998, it was Bill Clinton's impeachment. In 1997, there was a car crash with Princess Diana.
Yeah.
In 1996, that's when the PC got popular.
Yeah.
So-
Also, Bill Gates was getting sued for monopolizing his operating system.
Really? Dang. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. For me, it was
I know
just
computer
like,
history real well.
yeah. I was trying to figure out what was going on in 1996. I was like, what was going on in Bill Gates in 1996?
Internet Exploder in Windows 95. Yes, I refer to it as Internet Exploder. And I call it Microsoft Edge, which I wouldn't use that. No. Anyway, aside from that, back to voice acting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like all this stuff was going on, but at the same time, the tone it needs to be a little bit more attractive. So and less on the because you're dealing with a different kind of audience. While it is A&E and it's biography, at the same time, it's biography, not mystery of the year, or that.
Like, who do you want to know more about?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because like if it was investigation discovery, of course it'd be a different list of names. It'd be OJ would probably still be there, but it would be other people who did really bad things back then. I mean, really, 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 really bad things.
Yeah.
So,
because for like
Jeffrey
I
Dahmer.
don't think Princess Diana did anything bad. She just got in a car crash.
No, she was a
Yeah.
really great lady, and it was sad when that happened. But in this case, they were giving the biography on her life. They're talking about what she did before any of it. It's more of a what is that noise?
Oh, it's Shane.
Warm up exercise.
It's Shane.
Oh,
Shane fell asleep again.
I'm like, somebody's snoring in here, man. What's going on?
No, I think he's a fan, an overhead fan. I think.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Because like we're talking, all of a sudden this noise is getting progressively
Louder, and I'm like, what's going on? Like,
wow, okay.
Oh, somebody's doing lip trill sticks to warm up.
but you were saying, Nathan?
Okay, so what it is okay, you're dealing with a biography about everything that happened before the stuff they did. So like with O.J. Simpson, okay, did you ever see any of the Naked Gun movies?
No.
O.J. was in them, okay? Comedy movies, all right? And he was also a football player, okay? So, okay, with me, I picture, him standing beside Leslie Nielsen, in a comedy movie. And literally in the comedy movie, O.J. was actually comic relief in a comedy movie. If you have never seen these things, watch them. But so I just kind of picture before any of the, the courtroom drama and all of that. And like with Bill Gates, think Pirates of Silicon Valley. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. It's a very old biographical movie that they did a long time ago. Not entirely factual, but it was good to watch. But just like, picture the days when he bought DOS for a very small amount of money and then sold it for a large amount of money. And all the stuff that led up to 1996. And then with Princess Diana, all the great work that she did, helping the poor. And, she was, she really did a lot of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And then with Bill Clinton, him being president and all of that. And then, so just picture the biographical stuff because that's what they're dealing with. They're not dealing with the tragedy, the lawsuits, the impeachment, the imprisonment, that sort of thing. That they're forgetting all of that. Forget all of that, and then just read from. We're doing a biography on their life leading up to where they were. So we're not going to take it as seriously. We're still taking it seriously. We're not taking it as seriously. So we're going to dial back on the seriousness and then take it from there.
Okay. So less serious, A little more positive. Go?
Yeah.
All right. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
There you go.
That was so much better.
That was great. Yeah.
It was
And
friendly.
It feels way better when you throw out the thing because when I was watching Bob Bergen do a recording of a promo, what he did was that he researched the product and then put that brand on there when doing the read.
Yeah.
So like when I did that approach, I was like A&E, that's crime drama. And I do all these research. It's like, oh my God, look at what O.J. Simpson did. Oh my God, Princess Diana died in a car crash. Bill Gates, he's Bill Gates. Bill Clinton, oh God, impeachment. So I'm like, people need to know.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and it's like, okay, I'm looking at, the big thing is the show title, biography. So this is their history, their backstory, So it has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with what was happening in those years, but just the fact that they did a biography on them during those times. That's what they did for that show. So that's your clue word right there in this piece of copy is the title of the show, because it's like, okay, when we talk about O.J. Simpson, we're not talking about all of
O.J.
his
Simpson,
stuff.
the murderer, more like O.J. Simpson, the comedian, the football player.
Yeah, we're talking about the actor, the football
husband.
player, because he did some acting, and he of course was before that known for being a football player. And then Bill
His signature too was back near the end of his playing days. Was it Hertz or Avis Rent-A-Car that he did the commercials for?
I think it was Hertz. I think.
Yeah, and it would show him. Yeah, it would show him leaping over
Yeah, that was
seats
Hertz.
at the airport. Yeah, in the airport terminals, and
that was Hertz.
Yeah. And then of course he was like taking a lot of falls and stuff in the Leslie Nielsen movies, but I mean, it's and that's all the stuff that they were dealing with, his football career, and then his albeit short acting career. And then, like with Bill Gates, dealing with all of, creating Windows and, battling it out with Apple and all that stuff, which had some edge of seriousness to it. But at the same time, it's just biographical stuff about the guy's life,
Like, how'd we get to this point?
Yeah. And so, when you dialed it back, that's when you nailed it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And now we've got Takia and John. Which one of you wants this? John's ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
I think it all sounded the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They sounded the same as far as going down the list.
Both of it, the list, and then there wasn't any transition when you got to the last part of it.
All right.
Yeah.
So the end sounded the same as the first, as the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and remember, don't be afraid to use your hands. Like when you're emphasizing biography, like you can just like point up in the air, or just like hold your hands up beside you and just kind of like as if you're putting the word between your hands, biography. That way you're like helping the emphasis.
In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 96, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
Okay, I'm hearing one thing.
I'm hearing a lot of questioning, like in 2017.
Yeah. Now,
Like,
what I would do is delete that question mark.
Okay.
All right. And you're up talking on year. You're actually punching year. But really, the thing that's emphasized is biography. So read it more as a straight sentence than a question. And it'll still come out like a question, but just, read it without the question mark.
In 1996, so wait a minute, let's start from the beginning. I should have put this on my word processor. I'm reading from the chat box. It's a little confusing. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 96, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
That was way smoother.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Yeah, I really trashed that transition. I can't.
no, dude, it's fine.
No, it was a lot better. You paused just enough between Clinton and in 2017 to adjust. Now, on that line, biography just needed just a touch more emphasis, but it was good.
Okay.
Because biography being the title of the program. Title of the program meaning your product name, and that's the big thing they're wanting everybody in the audience to hear is biography, because as soon as you say biography, their title is going to pop up on the screen.
Okay.
And
it's good to be able to put that image to, I guess you're used to dealing with that on a regular basis, so you can sort of visualize.
10 years of TV.
So most don't have that advantage.
But, it's something like when you're watching TV, and this will happen to you now that you've heard me say this, but when you're watching TV tonight, if you happen to be watching regular broadcast television and not Netflix or something, watch through the promos, pay close attention to how they put it together, and if you're on CBS, you're listening to Joe Cipriano naturally. So, listen to how he does it, but watch how they do the graphics on the screen, where they put everything, and watch when they drop in that last bit of graphics, when they throw in the time. And, of course, sometimes it'll say check your local listings, but still they'll have that emphasis on what it is, It's like you'll hear Joe Cipriano going on the next Big Bang Theory, and of course they roll into the stuff that's interlaced in between. But there's always that emphasis on the next Big Bang Theory. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, pause and then punch the name.
Yeah. Right in there, when I punched the name, I also put my hands up, just kind of did a surgeon hands thing, because I'm emphasizing that spot or that particular program's title.
Yeah, I saw a video of him doing a promo, and this was actually recorded live with both sides. You could hear the other side as well, and you could see him. And he's actually got the screen in front of him. And this is one of those ones where he says on this, and then they show that, and he comes back in, and he is constantly with those hands. And when he gets to the point where he'll stop, and then they come in with a scene, and they say something, he points to them like he's handing it off to them.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So you can see him using his hand and pointing at the screen. He's handing it off to them and coming back. It was a very good video, and unfortunately, it's something that's his private video. You can't really see it anywhere.
No.
You can kind of pick it up when you watch him do that promo on eWabs or whatever.
Yeah, the one he did on eWabs.
You don't get to hear the other side.
Yeah,
I did on this one, which was very informative. But even that one's good.
I think the one he did on eWabs, you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, you
He
probably
did do
can.
another one when they interviewed him, and they had the camera in the booth with him.
Yeah, yeah, this one he was in the booth with him. But the nice advantage of this one that I saw was that you could see the other and hear the other party.
Yeah.
And the one on EWAB's net, you couldn't hear the other party; you could just hear him. But it's still very informative. But yeah, his hands are going all the time.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I've heard it's important. I've heard it really helps, but
Yeah, it's amazing because you can actually tell that there's body language going into it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have a thing that we did in here where I was directed to be a pirate, and it's out there on Facebook. You might have to dig a little bit, but I actually recorded myself while I was doing it, and you can see the body language I'm putting into it. I'm like, you know, doing everything a pirate would do, you know, or that particular pirate, because that's what I was, you know, or like when I did the Batman thing. Okay. I literally reached up and clenched my fist together like I was holding the Joker's lapels, and then leaned into the mic to get my emphasis. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am justice. I am Batman. Okay. I literally got up in his face about it, and like as if the Joker was standing right in front of me. You know, I could smell his awful cologne and some of that acid in his, you know, that flower he wears on his lapel dripping out. It's just, I just get you know, you get yourself into it like that.
I see.
It's just when you're in motion like that and you're pointing out words and you're emphasizing, and it helps a lot. So like when I was asked to go up on 2017 to adjust a little bit, what I did was I just motioned my hand upward, you know, and just took my right hand and just motioned it up. I don't have any video in here, so I can't show it to you, but that's what I did.
All right. Well, again,
Absolutely. Try it once more.
you got it.
There you go.
In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 96, Bill Gates.
You're fast already.
All right. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 96, Bill Gates. In 97, Princess Diana. In 98, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
You got it.
Cool.
When you dialed it back a little bit, and then you just flowed with it, and you were in
Timing was
motion.
good.
Yeah, nice pacing on the front too.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good take, and you got in 2017. You did that just perfectly.
Super. Thank you.
You got the emphasis on the show, which means that the audience is like, "Oh, I want to watch Biography tonight. Who is it going to be?"
Yeah, I was trying not to overemphasize it there, you know, just not to go over the top. But
Will they be doing a biography on Hillary, Trump? Who's it going to be this year? You know,
Who will be the guy
or the girl,
or the girl?
or will it be a rerun?
The winner is Bill Clinton again. See you later.
Yeah, that
Or some composite human over the past 20 years since they did the last one.
be a robot.
Yeah, right.
Maybe a robot this year. Some
Samsung
android.
S7 biography of the year.
Yeah. Some
we're going to
artificial.
do a biography on Julian Assange, because nobody really knows who this guy is, except anybody who's ever been in the computing world and listened to Linux podcast over and over and over again.
Yeah.
What's he planning?
Mr. WikiLeaks himself.
That was helpful. I guess if you're okay with that, I'm ready to pass the torch.
You did great.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was good.
And I think Xavier Paul wants to take this one. Right now he's muted.
Hi, all. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump right into it.
All right.
Okay. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's biography of the year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
You sound like you did this spot.
I don't remember the money, so probably not. Is this actual copy?
This is actual copy. I actually found it on Edge Studios script library, and they have a long list of promo spots.
Well, I've been studying Ernie Anderson recently. The original, one of the original voices of ABC, and I believe Don LaFontaine replaced him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And I feel like those guys from that era and generation, like the very first NBC, CBS, I mean, they had it the best. I mean, I love that stuff. And the pacing was key. These days you get the young guys who go coming up on ABC, but those guys were like, listen, ABC Sunday night movie. I mean, that pacing was delicious.
It was.
Yeah, my favorite of Ernie Anderson's was Saturday Night on the Love Boat.
I will never forget that. Oh my gosh. Everything he did was just like it had that tone. I looked forward to every time he would do a spot when I was a kid. Because it just,
he knew how to invest words. Like, take a word like next. He wouldn't just say next. He would say next. It would depend on what was next to determine. I mean, if Who's the Boss was next, then he would say next, But then if it was something dramatic, then it would be, next. There are 30 ways to say the word next.
Which was my favorite Paul Simon song, by the way.
Okay. So is there anything I can do to make this more compelling than, the 30 other guys that might audition that might have pipes that are just as nice and maybe even deeper?
I don't know. I think you would have gotten this. I mean, really, you added the tone to it, and of course, having been listening in on all the direction that was given, you realize that, okay, this isn't about O.J. Simpson's trial and all of that. This isn't about Princess Diana's death or Bill Clinton's impeachment or whatever was going on with Bill Gates in 1996, which I think he was being sued for being a monopoly by the government. If I remember right. But you pulled away from all that and just realized biography is it. This is, they're just talking about their lives in general. And, if they were talking about any of the dirt that happened to them over the end of the segment or whatever they're going to be doing on the show, they'll reserve that type of delivery for the show itself. But on the promo, that was just right.
Okay.
I'd hire you.
All right. Well, I would like to play with it a little bit, and maybe try something even more dramatic and see how that comes off.
Okay. Take two.
In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's biography of the year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
That still worked very well.
Yeah,
Yes, it did.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah, different take on it, but yeah, it worked good.
Sounded really good.
Okay. Guys, you guys are very difficult to work with, really.
Sorry. You're good.
Unbelievable. Okay. Yeah, Ernie Anderson. I've been listening to. Honestly, I've been listening to a lot. I never thought that I could listen to what's considered vintage promo and be able to use those to actually book spots today. I think there's this myth going on today that the reads that anybody did 30, 40 years ago are unusable today. And that's just complete BS.
It is. You can, there's so much you can get out of these guys, you know, and it is good to go back and listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how they deliver. I mean, on the acting side, you know, promo side, my wife and I have been watching Rockford Files. Okay. And I'm kind of watching and listening, and I love watching these classically trained actors on these older shows because there is so much you can learn from how they do things, you know. And it kind of makes me not like watching modern television because there's less enunciation of words.
Right.
Because it's like, what did he say? And it's like, I got to rewind my DVR. I can't understand what the guy said, you know, because he's like mumbling. And it's like, but these guys, these classic promo guys and trailer guys, they knew how to put emphasis on words and on you know, and which, I mean, coming out of where they came out of, a lot of these guys came out of radio before the DJ existed. No offense, Shane.
Oh, it's okay. None taken. Nah.
But you know,
But you know, a lot of those guys were also disc jockeys at some point. You know,
yeah. But way before the puke came around.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh no. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Yeah.
And so it's like they knew how to lift that copy, and really, honestly, you know, today's conversational, somewhat sometimes needs to be adjusted with a little bit of what these guys did as conversational.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. How much do you want me to send you just for saying that? See, and that is what drives me up the wall. This conversational cult that's out here. It's a promo. Yeah. I'm supposed to understand what you're freaking saying, and you know, where's the middle ground between get those words in there and put the attitude in there, and the conversational approach. It's not either or.
Exactly, because okay, one, yes, I need to connect with my audience. No, there's always that. However, I'm also delivering a product, you know, and I need to get your attention. I need you to be able to understand everything that I'm putting out there, you know, and I can't just kind of, hey, Dad, you know, you want to check this show out? It's called Biography. You know, it's getting too relaxed.
Yeah.
You know, and it has to be adjusted a little bit.
Like negotiated with.
Yeah. And there is, I mean, because, I mean, you see these pieces of direction that say, we want you to be an announcer, yet don't be announcery. Well, that's that marriage of the style that these classical guys used and being conversational in a way by connecting with your audience, you know, and you can connect and not be so over relaxed that you just melt all over the microphone.
Right. It's a tone thing. It's like bringing the volume adjustment thing that you're talking about is a fantastic device. It's like in 1995, it was O.J. Simpson, you know, I'm playing with, sometimes I'd like to go louder. Well, I don't know loud, but not louder, but more like, okay, in 1995, it was O.J.'s in 1995, but that's gets into the horror movie,
yeah.
You know, but that could work maybe on one. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1990, and then lighter, in 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. And now, in 2017, who will be A&D's biography of the year? That line is a little weird too, because it feels like I want to hit A&D biography in 2017. It's A&D biography in 2017. Who will be A&D biography of the year? Yeah, there.
Yeah, and that was a perfect punch on biography too, by the way.
With the pause after it.
You did it, yeah, because you did that just a long enough beat to, give emphasis to, like I said, that text is on the screen by then. It's like biography, and because there's a lot of stuff playing out through this thing. They start out and they're showing O.J. Simpson and, probably showing him playing football, maybe possibly showing scenes with him, standing beside Leslie Nielsen, in the Naked Gun movies. And then, of course, Bill Gates, that classic picture of him, glasses, standing next to a computer. Princess Diana, showing her standing next to Prince Charles, showing her, doing, whatever charity work she was doing and things like that. And Bill Clinton, showing him standing at the podium waving, being the president and all the stuff that he did before 1998. And then there's a lot of activity going on the screen that you're referencing to, so there's there's a bit of referencing, and then, and we're the ones, even though there's activity on the screen, we're the ones that are really grabbing the attention of the viewer,
Interpret and the emotional tone of each era, Bill Gates is different from Clinton, but in a lot of ways the same, but in a lot of ways different. Princess Diana is, that warm feeling, tragic figure, and then 2017, current, yet to be determined. Like, we don't know who it's going to be, but it's almost like the tone of the year is the tone of the person.
Yeah. And of course, because of the date set on this thing, it would be December of 2017. So it would be like, okay, after this whole year is over, who's it going to be,
Got it.
And of course, between 2016 and 2017, there's a lot of activity going on. So,
is there anything else I could try on this, or is it pretty much about it?
I think that's
you pretty well got it in both reads.
That was excellent, though.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I try to find different things, because, as you know, the competition is stiff, for promo, and I always, for anything I read for, I always make, I think, the realistic acknowledgement that 30, 40 people are nailing a read. The agent sends it across, and 100 people are nailing it. So it's not about nailing the read. It's about what can I do that would make it a little different. For me, I think I would lean on the warmer side overall.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the thing. Yeah, the warmer side is what this read needs.
Because Ernie Anderson could be warm, but he's not generally warm. He's he's intense. He's in your face.
Yeah.
And so this would be warmer, conversational kind of warmth. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&D's biography of the year? Find out December 13th at 8. Find out December 13th at Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&D. Yeah, that felt more like me. Like I'm sitting in my living room telling you this.
Yeah.
Doing less with it. But, it's tricky. That's why, what did that sound like? Did that have,
That was, that would deliver well.
Just less overall.
Yeah. And the thing of it is it still brings on that I'm guy next door. I'm comfortable, and I'm being conversational with you. Yet at the same time, you've sold the product. The listener and viewer are going to want to see this thing.
And there doesn't have to be a pause after each of the years, does there? In 1995, pause. In 1997, pause. In 1996, pause. Some of these can be pulled together.
Well, yeah, we talk. But I don't know. Yeah, I think you joined us late, but we were going kind of. I on my read, I kind of tried to vary those. Pauses maybe on one year, and then not on another, and kind of varying that up.
Right.
Yeah, I just noticed that after 1998, there's not even a comma. And I heard that on that read you just did. You kind of just made that one section. You didn't pause, and that worked.
Got it. Yeah, those commas, they're...
One thing that I probably would have a real hard time resisting is that unless something drastic happens from the now until 2017, and I understand there's still a lot of year left in this year, but for it not to be Donald Trump, I can't imagine that it wouldn't be. And so I think I'd have to fight when I'm reading that copy, kind of not almost having the sarcastic, well, who do you think it's, who else is it going to be?
Yeah. It's going to be Donald.
Yeah.
It could be,
but
yeah.
He probably is going to
be any number of people.
So the suspense part of it, I think would be a problem for me because
Gotcha.
Who will
so while
be?
people are watching their last season of Duck Dynasty or whatever else happens to be on A&E, they'll catch this spot.
Yeah, it could be the Robertsons.
Well, guys, I usually listen in, but this week's copy, I just couldn't resist. So thanks again.
Yeah, this is a good piece of copy. I don't do promo work, so it was nice to explore.
Well, that's the thing, though, is it's all well, I mean, there is a lot of competition now on the local front. Sometimes there are local stations that would be looking for somebody to be doing this kind of stuff for them, and I happen to work with one, so I kind of favor, but it's one of those things where it is the bread and butter, locally, nationally, so you can be doing local, regional stuff, doing promo work for television and radio. It's an and/or situation with that, but I would suggest just in order to pick up something like this, I would try it. I mean, the genre you're probably aiming at is animation. But at the same time, this would be a good in-between animation, in between where you're at and where you're going. This is a good place to fill.
Like in between the waves.
Yeah, promo and commercial work.
Yeah. Or narration. Narration looks interesting too.
Now, I never want to do audiobooks myself. And just, I'm way too animated for it.
It's a stamina thing too. Like I did like a narration workshop. I was like, oh, this is tough. How you guys doing all this?
Yeah. But I mean, my ultimate goal is to be doing animation. Okay.
Yeah.
But when I put myself out there, I listed available for promos, commercials, and PSAs. Because those are always continuously happening. It's a continuous thing, especially with promotional stuff, because TV stations get clients who update their promos once or twice a week. So it's constantly flowing. It means you have a constant flow of work.
Yeah, it's still very much a commercial promo world that we live in. I think Nathan and I can vouch for that. I'm working in radio and television, so. And that's where the bulk of the money is too. Now, to supplement, to keep yourself fed, there's such a volume now of e-learning and mobile apps and that kind of stuff, which again, you're not going to make those are going to be much longer form projects. You're not going to make the money that you're going to make doing just one or two maybe network promos, or even doing being on a retainer for a local TV station. But between the two, you can do okay.
I actually just
Very good.
getting ready to file one of my overseas India 2 cents a word for 10,000 word clients.
Ooh, that's good. Oh, Takia, did you already go?
Nope, it's Takia's turn.
Takia?
Are you there? Takia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
We
you
only
ready?
got like 9 minutes, so.
Well, I'm not ready quite yet. I would have to read over it one more time, and then I'll be ready.
All right.
Okay. I knew I found an excellent piece of copy today.
Yeah, because like when I was like looking over it, I was like, because like what he like drama and stuff. So like when I think A&E, I think drama. So it was like my first take was I'm gonna be drama, and then second one was like a little bit more lighthearted, and it was like, oh, wow, that makes it feel like more positive. So yeah, I feel like people would tend to turn into that, unless people like car wrecks and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because on first glance, especially if you're cold reading it and you haven't really read through the thing, and that's the whole thing too. And this piece of copy is easy to read through because there's really not that many lines, And so it's like on first read, when your eyes first hit O.J. Simpson, the first thing you think about is all the drama in his life.
Yeah.
And it's like now, once you hit the word biography, you're realizing they're not talking about that. They may be alluding to that, somewhere at the end of the show, and whoever happens to be voicing on the show itself will be dealing with that in going into the dramatic read. But you, Al, on your side, it's I have to keep this in a way that's going to attract attention to the fact that they're just talking about his life. They're not talking about his tragedy. They may include that, but that's not my job to tell them that. I'm not spoiling anything for anybody. Not that people won't be already knowing, okay, they're talking about O.J. Simpson. I wonder if they're going to be talking about the trial. Which has been brought up multiple times over the last year or so. It's just,
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. And then, so you have to go, you have to look for that clue word. Your clue word is the title of the show. Now, once you hit the title of the show, okay, I'm talking about biography, which means that they're talking about their lives. Now, if it was investigation discovery, that's another animal altogether. Like, you get a show like Deadly Women.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. It's like, tonight on Deadly Women, we talk about Carla Faye Tucker. And then they get off into the serious, deep drama.
She was such a nice girl until.
More and more, I'm finding that they're just actors for this. So they in the specs they requested an actor's approach. My question to you, Nathan, is like, what if you were to sum up the subtext for this particular piece of copy? What would it be? Like a subtext phrase, like would it be? Because I've been experimenting with that. If I could get a phrase or an adjective or something that sums up the subtext, because that's really what's driving.
Yeah, I think the implied parts of the sentence is it was the life of O.J. Simpson, being that this was biography.
When I think of it, I think of like celebration of life. That's what I mean, sort of. Like, yeah. Like when with biography, I usually think, oh, it's their life. We should, learn
Yeah.
more about it and celebrate it or not celebrate it. But
because like when the show is running, they're probably, like coming from his humble roots as a college dropout, Bill Gates, something like that.
Yeah.
And then they go, it's one of those kind of things. So the implied words is, it's dealing with their life. It's dealing with, just that's the thing that stands out to me the most. Okay. Takia, are you ready?
Yep, I am.
Oh, confidence. Awesome. All right.
Well, I'm ready, but we'll see how it goes.
Adjust your mindset. Keep that confidence you started with. Yes, I'm ready. And go.
Okay. Biography of the year on A&E.
Okay, that's just the
in
title.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, let me take it from the top.
All right, from the top. There you go. Go.
In 1955, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1960, pick up. In
Yeah, you need to
1990.
start from the top. Yeah, there you go. Okay, go.
Okay. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's biography of the year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
Okay, on your next read, now that we've got this down, okay, I want you to be, use your character style, okay? You understand what I'm saying? You don't take it over the top, but because you are speaking for A&E, okay? So relax a little more into it. Your beats between the lines are fine. Just kind of relax yourself a little bit more and then take it from the top, okay?
Okay.
And go.
I'm just making a couple corrections so I don't say the title again.
Okay.
In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be A&E's biography of the year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
That sounded better. Aside from the network issues that are going on, I'm
all of a sudden,
huh?
All of a sudden, we got a lot of racket going on.
Yeah. Outside of that, she sounded a lot better.
She did. Yeah, the second read was a lot better than the first one.
Yeah, I could tell you relaxed a little more, and so it came out smoother.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to remember something. Even though it's a promo, don't let it intimidate you, because you are still like Xavier and I were saying. You're still an actor, okay? And the fact that you're presenting something, you still think like an actor. All right.
Okay.
So you're thinking, okay, I'm going to be friendly. I'm going to be approachable. You know, I'm talking about how we did a show on O.J. Live, Bill Gates Live, Princess Diana's Life. And I'm telling you all this stuff that we did over the years. And this year, we want to keep you guessing. We're not spoiling anything yet, but we have A&E Biography of the Year coming up. And you're going to find out who it is on December 13th. Okay. So you're just, you know, and then just flow with it. You know, don't let the word promo or commercial ever intimidate you out of just being an actor still. Okay?
Okay. So would you like me to try it one more time?
Yeah, one more take before we go out.
Okay. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson. In 1996, Bill Gates. In 1997, Princess Diana. In 1998, it was Bill Clinton. In 2017, who will be AME's Biography of the Year? Find out December 13th at 8 Pacific, 9 Eastern on A&E.
Very good.
It's a lot smoother.
All right.
You put the confidence behind it right there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Never let anything like the word promo or commercial intimidate you out of just being yourself. Okay?
Yeah, yourself, Tequila, just giving out information, because the promo really, at the end of the day, is just information.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And like when you're doing promos and stuff, you're not really, I mean, as actors, and we do have this thing that goes on, is when I'm in a scene, I'm at the center of attention. Well, when we're doing that, we're not, but at the same time, we're still performing. Okay. It's always a performance thing, you know, and it's just a matter of laying aside all the technical stuff and just saying, okay, I'm telling you about how we talked about the life of O.J. Simpson in 1995. In 1996, we talked about the life of Bill Gates. You know, the longer version of this would have all of that. In 1995, it was O.J. Simpson's biography. See what I'm saying? You know, you're throwing the implied words into your head when you're going between these things, but you're just flowing with it and having a conversation.
Okay.
And with that was very good, Takia. And with that, we are at the end of the mic check, but we got another one coming next week. So if you're on YouTube, subscribe, and hey, come on and join us. And become a member of Voice Artists United, too. Hey, there's lots of benefits in membership, so come on down. Let's have some fun. All right? And I will catch you guys next week.